Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. This week's episode we filmed live on Facebook, and it was about last week's cruise, which was sunsets in the Lesser Antilles. So we filmed it live so that we could have a talk back and have everyone talk to us and ask questions and all that kind of good stuff. So if you see us and hear us talking to other people, that's what actually happened. So it's with Kelly, Roma, and I. And we are very excited for you to learn about this sailing because we loved it. So enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. We made it live. We're so excited to talk about last week. Can you believe it was last week?
It was, just 2 days ago.
So we wanted to get this out here as soon as we possibly could because obviously the season ends real soon.
Yeah.
Like super soon. So we wanted to just chat about last week and go over what an amazing week we had, right?
It was an amazing week.
Yeah, it was really awesome. So if you do not know who we are Fabulous Adventures Travel Company, and I am Samantha Robichaud, the owner of Fabulous Adventures Travel, and this is
Kelly Roma.
The Kelly Roma. So we are here to discuss the sunsets in the Lesser Antilles. So we're super excited about it because, like we said, we had the best time ever. And when Virgin announced this sailing, we literally looked at each other. We're like, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yep.
It was just really picking between the two itineraries was really the issue.
Yeah. Aruba's been on my list forever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. And the nice part about it, so Virgin goes to the ABC Islands down there. And of course, you always want to see all of the ABC Islands. But this itinerary went to A and C, which is we were like, all right, check off 2 of the ABCs.
Right,
so we picked that one because of it. We did not make it to Bonaire, but maybe next time. Next year, maybe.
There's always a next
time. They bring it back. They bring it back. We'll go next year. So anyways, if you do not know what the itinerary is, we should probably have that in front of us, but we could go off of memory what we did. We left from San Juan and we went to
Aruba.
And then
Curacao.
Yeah. And then
Martinique.
Yep.
And St. Kitts.
And then St. Kitts.
There were 2 sea days in between.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a great sailing in that sense that I think it was perfect. Honestly, the coolest part about Virgin, I think, is that their sailings are super port heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not completely on the ship all the time like some other cruise lines where you're like, okay, I did this 7-day cruise. I mean, we went on last spring, we went on a cruise line and literally visited 3 ports in 7 days. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was 3 ports. I think it was like 3. And I was like, we spent like 4 of the days at sea. Don't get or on ship or on board. Don't get me wrong, it was still fun. Like we still had a great time because there's so many of us. But I think the whole reason that you go on a cruise is to see new places. I mean, and party and have a good old time.
we know how to do.
Yeah. That is so true. We had the best start. So we did have a bunch of people on board with us. So for those of you, if you were on board with us, we had the best time meeting you. And for those of you that didn't go on board with us and we met you, I'm speaking to you, Rhonda, with her birthday.
Yes.
That was amazing. So super nice to meet you. But yeah, so we had a big group on board, which was super fun. And we got to hang out with them as much as we possibly could. So let's talk about how we got down there. So we left from MCO when we flew on Spirit.
Which wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
It was not terrible. We got the big front seats.
We did get the big front seats.
Everyone, when you posted that picture,
they
was like, where are you? What airline are you on?
They thought we were in first class. Yeah, we're like, it was Spirit. Don't get your hopes up. We're not that cool.
We got the comfy seats.
Yeah, we save all the coolness for Virgin.
Yes.
We do Rockstar for that reason.
True.
So we did do Spirit Airlines. We had the big seats, which is great. It was a direct flight, which is why we picked it, and the timing was amazing.
Yes.
So, and then we stayed at Sheraton Old San Juan, and that I was super excited about because it's literally right across from the port. So we debated for how long about like, how are we getting to the port?
Oh my gosh. Should we hire transportation? Are we going to take a taxi? How are we getting there?
But like, we can't schlep our luggage just across the street. So anyways, we wait to the last minute to figure out how we're getting there. I call up Sheridan. I call up my rep at Sheridan. I was like, listen, I can't remember her name. She was super sweet. And I was like, we need transportation to go to the port. She was like, what?
I was like, we need transportation to go to the port. She goes, no, I don't. I go, yes, we do. We're not schlepping luggage across the street. She goes, yes, you are. and so we did, because it was literally
across the street.
So that is a nice part about the Sheraton. So honestly, if you are concerned about, I don't know, location of hotels or where you want to stay or whatnot, I think that was like the best part about it.
Yeah.
What was the worst part about it, Kelly?
Okay, we did not know the place was under construction.
Not just under construction, y'all. This place was dilapidated. I kept referring to, remember seeing that movie? Do you ever see that movie in the 80s, from the 80s, called The Money Pit? That is what it looked like.
It did. The rooms were gorgeous, though. But first impressions?
Oh, my goodness. I walked inside. So they got there ahead of us because they took the transportation. There was a communication misunderstanding, language barrier, when I ordered 6 people and 6 suitcases transportation to the hotel, and they came in a minivan, and there was no way we were fitting in this minivan. So I sent them, and then Dave and I took the taxi, and so they got there before us. Anyways, hi Heather. Anyways, so they got there before. She's upstairs checking in, and I wander in with Dave, and literally, I mean, if she probably already knows what my face looked like. The jaw was on the ground, and I was like, what is this place that we're staying in? I was mortified that we sent people in there, like mortified. So I walk up to her checking in, and she turns around with this look on her face, like, and I was like, I was speechless.
Yeah,
speechless.
I know.
There was dust everywhere. There's garbage bags on the back wall. I mean, it was a disaster of epic proportions. So, but if you're staying there, know that is what it looks like, and they're working really hard to apparently change the entire thing all at once, not just sections of it, which you would think that they should do, all of it at once. But the cool part was the rooms were phenomenal. They had redone all the rooms. They were beautiful. Completely redone. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything else I'm missing on that?
Just put your blinders on when you go to the front desk and
and eat.
Oh yeah.
So I did not make it very long in the eating because it was a construction zone basically around the food, and I was like, we were gonna wait, and honestly, we were going to wait for, because there was a wait, and I was like, should we wait? And I'm like, I don't know. So we ended up downstairs, and I'm glad we did, because it was a construction zone in the actual dining area.
Yeah, there were guys walking by with 2x4s and pipes, and while you're waiting in line to get into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Even inside the restaurant, they were walking back and forth. So,
and they had a whole partition up that they were walking in to drop off, I don't know, tools and stuff. It was not good. So honestly, I'm glad we didn't eat there. The floor was disgusting. I feel bad saying all this, but you know what you're getting yourself into. So we ended up eating. So glad. See, they're docking right across from the Sheraton. I don't know who. Just know I don't know who a Facebook user is. That's what it says. So, but I agree with you. The best part about it was the walk across to the thing, and the rooms were great. So if you don't care and you're don't care about the construction, we didn't hear any noise.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either. So I thought that was fine. And then it was good location. A lot of things though. There was a whole beautiful, I want to say like a street fair, not too far to the right. When you walk out the doors, you go to the right. And there was a bunch of stores, like, oh my gosh, what was that? Where did Rachel work? Ralph Lauren. I was like, what is the name of that place? So there was a Ralph Lauren there. There was a CVS right in the actual hotel, but you had to go outside. It was a Walgreens. So if you forgot anything whatsoever, you could go in there. The boys bought water shoes in there. We bought chips and dip. Chips and dip. We brought that on board, which we get. Our husbands gave us a hard time about it. They were like, "Why are you bringing chips and dip on board?" I was like, "Don't sail with us. This is what we do. We bring chips and dip on board. It's what we do."
So true.
So we're like, just don't even go there. Just leave it alone. So anyways, and then they got mad at us because we had to carry the chips and dip on board, and we had no room for them. So we had these chips smooshed into things. We had these little, we had true chips, little chips. We're like, oh, let me put them in the dip. Anyways, so getting that on board was pretty funny. But So we picked that up at Walgreens, but we ended up eating. We weren't super far from, there was a street. I don't know what the name is. The street that we ate on, but it's literally right in the back of the hotel. You go up some stairs. There's a whole street there with a ton of food. And we ate at Reese's. Oh gosh. It was really good. Authentic Puerto Rican food. Had no idea what we're eating. We ate fungo. Yeah, we ate that. We had, what else do we have?
I don't know, because
we don't know.
Bringing things, and he told us what they were, but
yeah,
he had a very thick accent.
Oh yeah, thick accent, and I kept going,
what?
Okay,
what? And then he'd repeat it. We're like, okay.
And then finally, I felt terrible. Yeah. And we'd be like, he brought us those weird cheese curd things, and honestly, that was not good at all. Don't eat the cheese curd things. I didn't think they were bad. She liked them. And then we had fish pancakes. Well, I didn't have fish pancakes. They had fish pancakes. What else did we have?
I don't remember.
I don't know either. But anyways, it was the food was good. I ended up having this garlic chicken with the rice and beans. Oh my gosh, it was so good. That was really good. And you had fungo.
I had munfungo.
Munfungo. Go.
Munfungo. Which is like sweet plantains with meat on top. And it was served in this wooden bowl. It was good.
It was good.
It was a lot of food.
It was a lot of food, but we just kept ordering food.
Well, because we were starving. The bill was pretty high, too.
Yeah, the bill was really high. Because we drank and ordered food, and we were starving. So, Facebook user, again, I don't know, because it just says Facebook user. Are you talking about the Sheraton Old San Juan? Yes, we were talking about the Sheraton Old San Juan. So it's a great hotel. The location's phenomenal, but it is completely under construction, and the rooms are completely done, and they're absolutely wonderful. The place was packed, though. When we went to leave at 11 o'clock, I don't know about you.
The elevator. You couldn't even get on it.
Yeah, you couldn't get down. So keep that in mind. So that's where we ate on Friday, Friday night. And then we just kind of wandered around at night, had a good time, just wandering around the city. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of nightlife because it was Friday night. So that's fun. And then we went to bed and got up the next morning, and I actually took a walk. I worked out and wandered around the city, took pictures of the lady ship Valiant, because she was already there ready for us to board, which was super fun. And the cool part about San Juan, which is totally different than, well, not totally different, I guess. No, there is one thing totally different about San Juan than here, Miami, is that we could drop off our luggage starting at 9, which is same as here, but you could check in as well. So we dropped off our luggage and then went and checked in. Don't ask Kelly about her check-in experience because it was a bit different than mine. Hers was she was a mega rock star, and they took her in the back alley and brought her upstairs, and they were like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I don't know. They brought me here." It was a whole experience that we won't even talk about because it's not even.
It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't be a thing. So we'll talk about mine, where I dropped off my luggage. So let me back up and say, Kelly was mega rock star. I was regular rock star. I had a brilliant suite. She had a gorgeous suite. So dropped off the luggage and then walked in and checked in. There was 2 tables. They had all the bracelets and whatnot. They give them to you, and then that's it. I mean, it was literally seconds, but Kelly did not experience the seconds. I will tell you that. Hers went on, and she was like, "I don't know if I'm ever getting out of here." I was like, "Well, we're leaving, so meet us." Yes.
I will say one thing about my experience, though. I was supposed to be picked up in a transport from the hotel to the port at 1 o'clock. And we had dropped off our luggage at 10:30, and we were just going to go around town. And I was like, it's silly for me to walk back to the Sheraton to get picked up to come across the street.
Yeah,
it would have taken me longer than them to walk.
Yeah,
for them to pick me up and go around the block and wait in a line.
True.
So I was like, can you just cancel my transport? I know it's great and it's fancy, and I'd love to be dropped off at the front door. But I think I could walk across the street.
Yeah, because it was that close. We ended up, though, based on someone's suggestion, when we were wandering around trying to figure out what to do, we ended up going to, oh my gosh, was it Snyder's Rum? Hold on, let me get out my phone. Snyder's Rum Bar. Oh, Scryer Rum and Barrel House. And it's this cute little bar that's really about rum, obviously. And they had a great Oh, see, there we
Oh,
are.
there we are.
Yeah, they had a great rum selection, and we drank the Paper Airplane, which was phenomenal.
It was really good.
It was really good. And then that's when we started feeling no pain for the first time that day. Right? Yeah. No?
I think we had drinks with breakfast.
Oh, just kidding. We drank with breakfast. Because with our group rate, we actually had coupons for, we had meal coupons, which was great. So that's what we ended up going to and hanging out there until about 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
Or maybe 12:30.
Yeah.
And then we started walking back, and they led us up to the Rockstar area. So like I said, we were Rockstar, so we both went up. We went upstairs to the Rockstar, and our friends Susie and John were downstairs. So we didn't see what that was like. But the Rockstar area was nice.
Mm-hmm.
You walk past this whole check-in area. The check-in area was huge, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
And then, so you walk past. Oh, there's us going in there. I'll show you. We'll let you look at the whole video. I don't know what Dave's saying. Hold on. Yeah, so that's the lobby there and everything, and then we'll show you the Rockstar area. It was huge. Like that check-in area was enormous. And then we turn the corner, and it's all Rockstar. So they had a nice like snack table for us with some not alcoholic drinks, obviously, but regular drinks and some snacks, which is nice. But that's the big. It was full. Look at how full it was. There was no place for us to sit, but thankfully we knew people, so we started chatting with them anyway, almost immediately.
Yep.
So it didn't matter. So we just started hanging out with people, and then time went by like this, and we were on board.
Yep.
So we didn't even need to sit down, which was nice. Yep, there's a snack table. I stole some Fritos that helped out a couple minutes later after we got on board, which was nice. And then we got right on board, which was super fast. We just went through the security and walked, and it was the shortest. I felt like, did you think this? Because you weren't with me because you went ahead. Did you think it was the shortest gangway ever?
It was.
It was like just one like.
And we walked in on a different floor, which was really strange.
That was weird.
You know, that's another thing. I tell people all the time, when you get on the ship, the desk is right there. Go to the right. Well, it's not like that in San Juan, because you're entering on deck 6 instead of deck 7.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You'll have to go find Sailor Services up
one floor.
Up one floor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we walked in. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't where we normally.
Yeah, it was
walk
weird.
in.
It was definitely weird. It isn't as bright and airy and fun as deck 7, that's for sure. But yeah, I definitely think it wasn't as bright and airy and fun. But
yeah,
it's unfortunately probably the way it is, the way that it works, the way that the ship goes.
Yeah.
And then I went straight to the spa to book stuff, and you probably went straight to your room.
I did.
would assume, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we booked stuff at the spa, and then we went up to our room. So Kelly was, like we said, mega rock star. She was in a gorgeous suite, and she went upstairs probably to meet your. Oh, this is my brilliant suite. You know what? I should have gotten your video. This is the brilliant suite. Which this is the first time I've stayed in it. I've never stayed in a brilliant suite. Kelly was in a brilliant suite a couple times or one time.
One.
So I was really excited that it was really truly is just the same as a gorgeous suite, just minus the mega rockstar portion of it, because I did really, really like it. I thoroughly enjoyed.
My room was exactly the same, just reversed.
Yeah, it was reversed, right? And then the balcony is much smaller. So this balcony is tiny compared to Kelly's balcony on the gorgeous suite, and it's on deck 14.
So on my balcony, there's 2 lounge chairs, but I didn't have a table and chairs. I thought they had both on.
When we were on there before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did too.
Yeah, we only have lounge chairs.
Oh, you did? I never even made it out on your balcony this time.
I made it out once. I never sat in the hammock.
I sat in mine for a second.
I did not sit
That's what the 7 days do, though, because they're so port heavy. You're so busy that you don't get to do that kind of stuff. Also, since we have so many people on board, we don't get to travel, or we don't get to sit as much as we want to or would like to, I should say. Okay, Facebook user, do you recommend we go to the spa to book our services in Miami and book with a rep as soon as we boarded? You totally can do that. I think if there's a line, I would go down to the spa because usually people sometimes don't know. So vice versa. If you see that there's a line, head down to the spa. Sometimes it's faster. And then if there's, no one there, then book with the rep right there on deck 7. I do both. I've done both. But this time, because we came in on deck 6, I went straight down to deck 4 because I thought it was just easier.
Yeah.
And then Kelly, your roadie came and asked you, or did the spa rep come to you?
No, my roadie asked me.
What you wanted?
Yeah, so I booked nails and my husband got a massage, and we did that all through our roadie. He just called and
Alex.
Alex.
That's cool. That's a nice part about Mega Rockstar too, is that it all gets done for you. There's no schlepping around and figuring out where to go. It's all done for you once they get into your room.
Yeah, he could have helped with dining. He could have helped book shows, but we were there with a large group. We already had all our dining, and I didn't know what shows we were even going to because we had so much going on.
So many people, yeah.
So, but he could have helped me with those things if I needed it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what we did as soon as we got on board. We both went to our rooms, and then I think we went to your room to party. I'm thinking
So. Welcome drinks.
Welcome drinks in Kelly's room is what I think happened, and made sure that we met her rockstar agent, her roadie, so that we could bug him all week, which is what actually ended up happening. And then I think, I went downstairs to meet mine. So same thing, although no one told us this, which I thought was interesting. Same thing as in Miami, you go up to the SIP lounge if you're a rock star, not Mega, if you're a rock star, and go meet your roadies and whatnot, or your rock star agents. But no one told me that. I had no idea that I was supposed to go there. I mean, I knew I was supposed to go there, but nobody told me that.
Yeah.
So if you're a rock star in San Juan and you come in on deck 6, like you should, make sure you go to deck 7 on the SIP lounge to meet your rockstar agent. So this is us at the sail away party. That's part of our group that came with us. We had a grand old time. Super, super fun. That was we had a great group.
We did. We've had some people we have sailed with before, and some we just know as clients. And, I think we always walk away with friends. We did have a great group, and everybody got along so well.
Oh my gosh, so well! Everyone got along so well that we're all going on.
We're all going to
Iceland now, which is amazing. That everyone's like, we're going to Iceland with you, and I'm like, fantastic!
Hey,
we love it. We'll take
it.
So everyone's going to Iceland with us, which I'm very excited about because we're excited about that one. We're going to tear up Amsterdam.
Oh my gosh!
So after drinks,
Susie,
Susie dances. So this is a sail away party. And of course, Susie's dancing, having a grand old time. She's going to love me for posting this. But she's enjoying every second of it. We had the best sail away. It was a great sail away. It happened at 5:30, just like everybody was saying. It was 5:30, right? But they didn't call it a sail away party. So that's the confusing part. What did they say? A toast?
Yeah. Oh gosh, what was it called?
A toast to something? I don't know what it said.
Yeah, it was a toast.
Yeah. So we're all having quite the time. But it was called the toast, basically. So know that that's a sail away party, sail away toast. Somebody's saying.
There we go.
So that's what it's actually called. It does not say sail away party. And it was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
honestly. So then, when did we sail away after that? We stayed longer. I would say about 7:30. We actually sailed away. Now I think about it, because they leave a little bit of time for you to get on board over there. It's a little bit later than here to get you when you're flying over there. So if you wanted to fly in the same day, you could. It's not my idea of safety. Nope. With the airlines, that's not the safest thing that you could do. But if that's your thing, then go right to it. That's why they push that time out so that you guys could get in time during that day and not have to spend the night. But yeah, so I don't remember what we ate that night.
Razzle dazzle.
Oh, we did eat at Razzle Dazzle. That was. I'm giggling only because there's the diva. She's pretty funny. Carlos the diva. That's in the elevator to dinner, I think, because you always have to have an oblique elevator for sure.
Yes.
Let's see. That's on our way into Razzle Dazzle. As you can tell by all the red, it's not Scarlet Night. It's Razzle Dazzle Night with Mrs. Bennett. And then this, you guys, is my favorite drink. Honestly, it's turning into my favorite drink. It is now a tequila based. It used to be an old fashioned, which is what Kelly and I first tried it that way. And I don't like old fashions at all. But you've gotten a couple times as an old fashioned.
Yeah.
But it's now a tequila. Yeah, you do like old fashions. It's now a tequila based drink, which it's like a margarita, but not really. But it's delicious. So if you like tequila, it's great. Well, apparently they dropped it off. I think they dropped it off. I don't even remember this, but in front of Mrs. Bennett. Oh. And so she was eating the popcorn out and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, I think that's my drink. and so she handed it to me. But the popcorn's delicious. It's caramel popcorn in there. It's so good. And that's Ben, Nicole's husband, whom I absolutely adore. So yeah, so that's Razzle Dazzle. We had a great, great meal that first night. I don't even remember what we did the rest of the night. That's so
PJ
terrible.
Party.
It was PJ Party, but did we go to Misbehave that night?
We did go to Misbehave.
So we did go to Misbehave that night because Misbehave was only on
one time.
One night, two times.
One night.
It was crazy. So we made sure that we made it. I think we went at 10, right?
We went late. I remember.
We went to the late show. And again, we were feeling no pain at this point. So it was quite the rowdy, ruckus show. There it is right there. I love the show. I love, love, love the show. So make sure that you don't miss it if you see it. It's really fun, especially if the cast is really good. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to repeat, especially if the cast is really good. That's the part I'm going to leave right there. And then at the end, they throw all these balls around, which is a lot of fun. And you just throw balls at each other. So did you take part in the lotteries during Misbehave? The lotteries? The lotteries? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I feel like we didn't get any lotteries.
No, I don't know.
This sounds like something like we missed. We missed out on a. I don't know what the lotteries are. Tell me what that is, and then or explain a little bit more, and then we'll see if we did it. Do you have to book that show or just show up? You actually have to book it. We did just show up. Because here's the thing that happens. They want you to book everything, right? And everyone has great intentions of doing all the things, right? And then things happen. It's the same thing that happens with dining. I say this all the time. You have great intentions at 45 days prior that you're going to go eat at the wake on this Aruba day where you spent the whole day in the sun and you ate whatever you ate, you know, and you get back and you didn't eat, you get back and you're starving. So you shovel in all the pizza, right? And then at 6 o'clock, when it's your wake time, you're like,
let's just go to the galley and get a burger.
Yeah, because you ate pizza at 4 o'clock when you got back on the ship. So while I say that, you know, everyone has all these great intentions to go do the things that they do, which we all do. We all do it. I'm not saying that everyone else does it and we don't. We do it too. Yes, you have to book the show, but make sure that you go and show up if you didn't, because like I said, we did not book the show and just showed up and they let us right in because people don't show up. And that's what happens. Same thing with dining. Honestly, go show up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not telling you that it's going to work all the time. It didn't work for clients of ours or clients of mine that they were walking back and we just happened to pass them. And they're like, we wanted to get into the wake today. And I was like, oh, well, just come with us. We have space. And they were like, really? I'm like, yeah, just come with us. They turned us away with their flag. Yeah, just come with us. And so they did and got in. They're like, thank you so much. So honestly, every intention, of course, to go, but just make sure that you go. Someone said, I know you did. You just forgot. Uh-oh, what did I do?
The lottery thing.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Hi, guys. Okay, so sorry that we're not calling you out by name because it keeps just showing me Facebook because we're using this new platform. It just says Facebook user. So if you can, write your name and then your...
Oh, it shows on here.
Oh, it shows. Okay, Kelly's pulling it up. And she's pulling up all the sounds.
Sorry.
So...
Oops, that's not us.
Wow. Technically great. Oh, Christian. In the lotteries. Oh my gosh, now I know what he's giving me a hard time about. Christian? I don't even remember what that was, apparently. He's giving me a hard time because apparently there was some question. I can't even say it because just know that it would be embarrassing for me to say it right now. And apparently I said yes to this.
Oh.
Do you remember what it is? He's giving me a hard time about it. And I stood up like freaking out over it. And I don't even remember doing that. Do you remember that? Is that why you're giggling?
No, I don't
All right,
remember.
I'll tell
That's
you
why
after.
I'm giggling.
Oh no! All right, then I'll tell you after. And I feel bad that we're not letting you in the secret, but I totally would. So write me on the side if you really want to know. But I can't say it like for real right now. But anyways, he's giving me a hard time about that, which I appreciate. I always like when Christian gives me a hard time. So Mimi, hi! I see that it's Mimi. Oh, he said, he goes, it would be embarrassing, but don't spoil it. Everyone should go see the show. It's great. That's what he said. So anyways, we saw Misbehave, and then we ended up at the PJ party, still feeling no pain. And we had the best time ever, honestly, at the PJ party. It was a super, super good time. See that? See those two? I don't know. I don't think they had any alcohol, those two.
Oh, boy.
They've had nothing to drink all day. They need some alcohol. Oh, my gosh. That's the Hubs. He made it in his nightcap. And then I think there might be a video, but I'm not sure. Oh, no. That was the next day when I actually got up to walk. But, yeah, that's the PJ party. I didn't take too many. Actually, I take that back. I took lots of video, but it wasn't appropriate.
Oh, gosh.
Some of us, I shouldn't say it wasn't appropriate. Some of us probably wouldn't be happy about the video. I actually almost posted the one about your husband when he's dancing the side. He was going like this. That was really funny. Holding the pole. He was holding the pole with his one foot going out like this. We don't know what he's doing, but again,
That was his
pain.
interpretation of dance.
Yes, it was great. So anyways, we did the PJ party. I got up and walked the next morning, which was that next picture that you saw. That was a video of us at sea, or a picture of us at sea, or me doing my walk in the morning. So I do love a good walk around the walking track. And that was the sea. It was flat as can be, which was awesome. But that night, we were a little rough. Mm-hmm. So apparently it's rough on the way out of San Juan and it's rough on the way back in. But I feel like the way back in was a bit rougher.
Oh, yeah.
Than the way out. That's just my opinion.
Yes.
So Mimi says, quick question. Some of the popular food items on board, I heard they changed. Like the cookies and the butter chicken, yep, from Razzle are gone. Yes, that's 100%. Those are gone. Is there anything we need to know that might be different food-wise on board that you know of? Well, all of Razzle Dazzle menu is completely changed for the worst. Did you hear that, Nirmal? I don't like the Razzle Dazzle menu. That was for you, but I still love you. The Razzle Dazzle menu is, I know where they went with it, so I'm not trying to be nasty about it. I do understand why they did it, but I do wish they would have kept the things that people love and just kind of worked around the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have been the happy medium. So Mimi, yes, butter chicken's gone. The cookies in milk are gone. The schnitzel is gone. Really, let's be honest. That's all you should care about. No, I'm just kidding. The schnitzel's gone. What else do we love? No, the other thing you should care about that's gone is the
butternut squash ravioli.
Butternut squash ravioli is gone. And what's been replaced with the green goddess salad, pork belly, which I shoveled in like nobody's business that day. I think that's all I actually ate was the pork belly. And then
there's a carrot.
Oh, the carrots are good.
Is good. And then there's cauliflower.
Yes.
Nashville
deep fried
cauliflower.
Nashville cauliflower. But they also have chicken wings and a chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah, chicken sandwich.
And then on the secret menu, that's really, let's be honest, not secret anymore, which I wish they would kind of do, which they kind of fixed, is a blue cheese mushroom burger, right?
Yeah, I did not care for that.
No, why? Because the blue cheese?
I don't like blue cheese.
Yeah, but because you like mushrooms.
Yeah.
So, so that's kind of gives you an idea. There's also, is there lamb there? I feel like there's lamb. Yes, I think there's lamb there. Yeah, somebody's saying the butternut squash is gone. So now they said, no, they took it too far.
That was me.
I love that. That is so true, right? We need to write in because it's terrible. So, somebody said a lot of the old Razzle menu is still available at brunch time. Dinner menu is entirely different. I haven't noticed that because I've gone at brunch and I have not noticed that. But
well, they took away the fairy toast.
Yeah, fairy toast is gone. You guys, that was delicious. And everyone ordered it. So it's so weird.
I know.
So I always say this. This is my favorite thing to say. Back in the day, and I always giggle about it because back in the day is only, 2 years ago. So that's why I giggle when I say back in the day. But anyways, back in the day, tell us about the bacon and what's completely different.
The bacon used to stand up straight. It did.
I know. I agree.
It was amazing. It's still good.
Yeah.
The bacon's still good,
it's still
but it's not the same as it was
back
in the day.
It was almost like pork belly. like that thick, like it was super thick. And it was like, you'd be like, you needed a knife and a fork to cut that stuff.
Yeah. It doesn't do that anymore.
Nope. Doesn't stand up
It doesn't stand up straight.
It does.
It's still delicious. It's still delicious.
I was going to say something. I'm going to stop right there. Okay. It is still delicious. I agree. It's very tasty, but it's definitely not. Yes. So I don't know who just asked that. Does Razzle Dazzle still have the candy bacon? Yes. But it's not the same as back in the day when it was thick and juicy and
stood up straight.
Wow, we're not even drinking.
Oh boy,
it's water.
Maybe we should.
Cups. Water. Okay. So another person asked, are there decent amount of options for vegetarian? Yes, so the whole premises of Razzle Dazzle was the fact that it was vegan friendly, vegan forward was what actually the terminology was, right? And with a naughty menu. So there was like tons of vegan and like this tiny naughty menu, but now they've changed it because they realized that no one was going. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you didn't have dining, you could get into Razzle Dazzle any time of the day you wanted. You can go at 6:30, you can go at 7, you were getting right in. I mean, walking in. But they changed it so that there's a little bit of both. But I still think that stigma has not left, or they still haven't found the sweet spot in the menu.
Right.
Hence the reason why okay. I'm done. Don't let me say anything anymore. Okay. So, do all the restaurants have secret menus? They used to. I don't think they do anymore.
I'm trying to think of.
They used to.
Haven't asked
In a long
need
time.
to ask on March 1st. Well,
Yeah.
you'll be. That's Tiffany. You're going to be on before us.
You
So
ask.
you ask. Report back.
Let us know. Have you ladies tried the watermelon salad at Razzle Dazzle? Is it good? I'm worried about frozen berries and the sesame cream sauce. That's the reason why I haven't tried it yet, honestly. And I love watermelon. So
I've seen people eat it.
People eat it all the time.
People that have eaten it
Yeah.
and love it. But
We'll try it next time.
Of that. I don't know.
yeah,
It
it's all that. It doesn't
look
sound
good.
right. Agree. That's why. But we're gonna try it. It's free. Might as well try it. We're going
All
for
right,
it.
we'll try
We're gonna review it. That's what we'll do on March 1st.
Okay.
It'll be the
Wellness
reviewing
cruise again.
No, it'll be it'll be reviewing all the food we would never eat.
Oh,
Wouldn't that
that
be fun?
sounds great.
We'll be starving by the end of the cruise.
Here, you eat this.
Here, you eat this. This is not my idea of a good time. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can still pretty much get into Razzle whenever you want at dinner. You're right. I don't know who said that, but you are totally right.
Christian.
Every restaurant used to have something secret on Scarlet Night, but no more. I asked. Okay. I don't know who said that, but yeah. I agree. It's not as prevalent. I don't know. Something, what am I trying to say? It's not around as much. I think Razzle's the only one with this secret menu, which I think they should bring it back because it's fun.
Yeah.
And the secret menu should change for whatever they found. Like what if there was, I don't know, a big deal on ribs that day? They should have ribs as a secret menu. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bring back the butternut squash ravioli.
Yes.
That could be the secret.
Yes, every week bring back one of these secret, fabulous, missing
entrees.
Yes, I agree with you. 1,000%.
Let's write that in. I didn't fill out my survey yet.
I didn't either. We still have time.
All right, let's fill it out.
All right, that's our suggestion. We're gonna send that straight to normal.
Okay.
All right. Okay, did we catch up on everyone? Have you ladies noticed lack of service from the ship selling out more or becoming more fuller? I haven't, and that's me not pausing to think of it's not. That probably looked like I was trying to save something. It was not, as me thinking about. Have I noticed that?
So I've noticed a lot of comments, and maybe not even in our group, but even on the First Mates page that we're on, about the service in the galley, because it used to be you sit down and order. You cannot go up and order something at the counters. And then they said, okay, everybody go order at the counters. You can't order at your table. And now it's kind of a mix of both.
It is a mix of both. And
I think that, a lot of people are waiting in line. So then you're sitting at a table and you're waiting for somebody to wait on you because they don't know you're sitting there waiting because you have some food that you might have grabbed. So I think that has definitely changed.
Yeah.
On both ships that we've been on recently, Scarlet and Valiant. But I don't know. I think they're just still finding their sweet spot, like their way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only thing that I can think of. I don't think any service has gone
I haven't seen any service. I will say that being on board as much as we are, our stateroom attendants have varied greatly, which I don't love. Because I love when I have great stateroom attendants. Like, I can't even tell you. I will give them whatever they want, whenever they want it, because I just think that if you find a great stateroom attendant that's super nice, friendly, personable, and just does everything that you need, it's everything. But then if you get one that's bad, it's not good.
Yeah.
And I think we both, not even together, like even as we said separately, we both have had not so good stateroom attendants, which is sad. And I think that can make or break a cruise sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
But service-wise, in terms of wait staff and whatnot, I've had no issues in wait staff.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. In spa, trying to think anything else. All our roadies and rock stars have been amazing. We know them all anyways at this point, but they're still been amazing. And someone just said they make the butter chicken at the galley sometimes. I know I saw that. Actually, I think they had that the last night of our sailing. I saw it upstairs in the galley because we were coming out of Gun Bay, I think.
Yes.
Or 2 nights before. But anyways, whatever day that we were in Gun Bay,
yeah,
I walked by and it was like butter chicken or something like that. So yes, if you want butter chicken, it'll be there. There's a video coming. Okay, so we did Lotteria again because
I hadn't won up until that sailing, so we had to do it.
Yep. So C Day, we like to do Lotteria. And one of the things that we had said was that we were going to make sure that we played Lotteria until she won. And
there I am.
There she is. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Finally.
I had to dance for that little notebook.
You did, and you did good. That was the best step touch we've ever done.
A video coming.
No, I didn't do that. I tried to save you. But yeah, so we actually both ended up winning, which is crazy.
And it's funny because I won with the husband and you won with the wife.
Yes,
We
that's so
both
true.
had like the same cards as the people like 2 tables down from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just so funny. And so I kept yelling at the wife. I was like, we're losing. She's like, no, we're not. We're not going to lose. I'm like, yes, we are. So anyways, we ended up winning. We won those awesome books. Those were the 2 hosts, Chris and, oh gosh, what is her name?
Yarna?
Oh, I don't know. What was even
Christian?
her title? I don't even know what her
still
title was.
there?
Excuse me. That was crazy. Anyways, so Chris and yep. But it was very strange.
It wasn't David and Cece.
It was not David and Cece. Nothing's ever going to be the same from that cast. I have to be honest. I don't remember what Happenings cast number they were. I want to say they said 7, but that 7's cast was magic. So it's going to be sad to not have them on board when we get back on board in March. Is that another thing you sign up for ahead or to show up? So you do sign up for that ahead of time. You book that on the app. It does sell out. It only holds about 30-ish people, maybe 20, 25. I actually knew the number. Oh my gosh, Hunt. Yes. We got to tell Dave because we have to go. I keep telling him that. So you do have to book it ahead of time. It does sell out. It sells out more on, I think, the Caribbean sailings, the North Caribbean sailings than it does on the Southern, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Heather goes, right on, you won't regret it. So yeah, so do it because it's super, super fun. It's a lot of Verena. That's right. Verena. It's a lot of tequila. So if you don't like tequila, you probably won't be drinking it, but they give you shots and margaritas. And if you don't do the shot, you could just pour it in a drink. That's what we do sometimes.
Yeah, you can get a margarita or a Paloma if you don't. You know, you can switch it up if you want. Go up in different rounds. It's $45. Did we say that?
No, we didn't.
Okay, it's $45 a person. So there is a cost to it, but the cost is that you're getting all that alcohol and playing a fun game.
Fun game. And so we do that almost every time we're at sea, but now we can take a break every now and then.
We can take a break.
We can save our pennies.
We can.
For something else. What we did find out that we should have done was, because we love vodka.
They did have a distilled, what was it called? I just deleted it from my phone.
Vodka.
Yeah, vodka. So it's a vodka tasting.
Mm-hmm.
So we should do that next sailing.
Somebody said, I got a cruise coming up. Can I use Sailor Loot for this if I want to play? Yep, that's what Sailor. So let's just talk about really quick. Sailor Loot can be used for anything on board, anything at all. So you can use it for tattoo. You can use it for more alcohol if your bar tab runs out. You can use it for spa. You can use it for shopping. What else? Onboard activities. I don't like to say shore things because people get confused, but you can use for shore things, but you have to book them on board. You have to book them on board. You have to book them on
And
board.
don't think that you can book them at home and then cancel them on board and get back your money. It goes back to Sailor Loop. So it's like pointless for you to do that. It's not going back to your credit card. So keep that in mind.
Yep. Somebody said 2 shots, 3+ cocktails, and a fun time. Woohoo! Yes, it is. I love it. And you usually walk out of there giggling. I've actually had a couple of clients write me saying that I just left Lotteria and I'm wasted. I'm like, yes, you are.
If you did it right, you are.
Exactly. And they're like, I loved it. I'm like, that's fantastic.
Then go take a nap.
Yeah, exactly. Or eat like we don't normally do before we go. I don't remember what else we did the rest of the day. Honestly, it was just a beautiful day. I remember we ate that night. We ate at all the restaurants. So let's just say that if you have any questions about the restaurants, we ate there. Where can we read about the different spa services before we get on board? Is there a spa?
So if you search in this group or Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals, in the search feature, type in spa menu. I've posted it several times. So you'll see them, all of the descriptions of all the different services. I'm not sure if the prices are on there. I don't know if, no, I have to think about that.
I don't think they are.
Okay, so, but it will give you a description of all of the services that they have.
And the tip is included, you guys. That's the one thing, remember that. The tip is included in the spa services. And any service that you get on board, the tip is included. So don't add extra tip unless you want to. I mean, unless you've had the best massage of your life or whatever the treatment is. But it's included. So when you see that price, know that you're not tipping on top of it.
Yeah.
I'm going back. I know that this one's up here, but it said what time of the day is Lotteria. And that is about 1
o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. We did have some wonky things, but that was because of schedule changes, remember, on Scarlet? Because one time we did it like 10:30 in the morning.
Yes. Oh my God. One time we did Lotteria at 10:30 in the morning, and that was quite an event.
Woo!
Having tequila at 10:30 in the morning. It was fun.
Yeah.
So then someone says not to jump ahead. You totally can because we just did a sea day. But I have a question about the ports. I've heard Aruba is super windy. Did you notice any issues with excursions being canceled due to high winds? I did not. And it was not even windy when we got there.
It was not windy at all.
It was windy, but not like, okay, take that back. There was a breeze, but it was not like, like, tornado. So yeah, we didn't. But I don't remember what we did the rest of the time on sea day. I think we just partied in your room.
Yeah.
Honestly. So we will jump ahead, like you said, to Aruba, which we did not plan an excursion with Virgin. Because why? Why did we make that choice? Probably, I think it was because Susan, who we were traveling with, was a very Aruba connoisseur. And so she wanted to kind of take us around. But we ended up getting day passes with literally what felt like the rest of the ship at the Rio, adults only.
Yes. Every time we turned around, we're like, oh, you got a band. Oh, you got a band.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a band.
Yeah. So there was definitely a ton of people there. So here is us going to the Rio. But this is actually the side we thought it was. But this wasn't the one that we actually ended up staying in. This was the one with the kiddos. We ended up going to the adult side. But if you wanted to see what Rio looks like, this is what it looks like, which is nice. I did like all the hot pink, I have to say. Mm-hmm. Christian said it was super hot. He said it was so hot in Aruba. So Christian, I don't know what you did, but we went to, like I said, we went to Aruba or the Rio, and we walked around, went in the water. I would say, I have to be honest though, while the water's pretty, this is my opinion, we'll get Kelly's in a second. While the water's pretty, it's not Bimini pretty. I wasn't too impressed by it. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful.
You can't see your feet.
Can't see your feet, and I don't like that.
Yeah. The water is gorgeous. The sand is gorgeous. There's no rocks. There's no seaweed, at least where we were.
Yeah.
There was no shells, nothing. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful, but it was cloudy for some reason. So you could not see your feet, the water, which is what she didn't like. Because
So yeah, that you
can't see if there's a little fishy swimming by.
And I gotta be able to see if there's fish biting my feet or the shark. So anyway, so I didn't love the water, but we were in there for a little bit, and then we walked the beach for a bit to see it, and then we hung out on the beach. There's me in the water. Yeah, it was pretty, super pretty. There's them in the water. Is that Susan's foot?
Yep.
Oh, madam. She's such a dork. I love it. There she is with her foot. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So yeah, so that was what we did there. And then we hung out at the bar and met a ton of people from the ship, which was super fun. The pool bar. And those pictures are probably coming. Yep, there's the pool bar, so you can see it. That girl in the bikini, she was from the ship because I remember her. I don't know if the other two were. But we hung out there constantly and just drank because the drinks were all included. It was all you can drink, all you can eat. There wasn't much eating or drinking than anything. And then, yeah, we just hung out there. Super fun.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to eat at Madame Jeanette's.
Mm-hmm.
We went at 5:30, and it was super hot, like Christian said. It said, what was the feel? Like it was 100 degrees or something.
It was hot, and we sat outside.
Yeah, but that's all there was, though, just so people know. If you eat at Madame Jeanette's, which, by the way, was the best food ever, the only place that you can eat is outside. Yeah, there it is. And we tried to get ready, by the way, ahead of time. That was in the dark. It was crazy. So we just looked the way we looked when we got there. There was no
hot and sweaty, and that's where we ate. That was our table. Yeah, it was really nice though. The food was delicious. The food was great.
I had schnitzel and spatzel, which you would have never thought that I'd get fabulous German food. What did you eat?
We had my husband and I split this filet and some sort of meat platter. It was huge. We had like 4 giant pieces of filet. Should have sent you that picture.
Apparently I took a picture of the bread, but that's all I got a picture of. Oh, and my drink, because I was on the phone with Virgin during dinner. So I didn't get a picture of everybody else's meal. And so I didn't even get a picture of my own meal, I don't think. But this was the restaurant. It was really cute. They did a good job with it. I thought it was darling, but it was hot.
Yes.
That is for sure hot. It's so weird. We were there a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. But it's huge. The place is huge. Like you can see how big it is. But I highly suggest eating there. Don't eat on the ship. I mean, Virgin would probably kill me for saying that, but the food was so good. And then we stayed in port. Here's a funny story. You guys are going to like this one. We stayed in port till 11:30 at night. So you had to be back on the ship at 11:30. And I was like, you guys, we need to experience the nightlife. Well, my husband was like, nope, I'm going back. Our friends were like, nope, going back. So the 3 of us, Kelly and I, of course, you know, the 2 of us troublemakers, and her husband decided to stay. And they're like, where are we going? Well, we passed this place called Sopranos. And I was like, let's just go back to Sopranos. That's where we know that there's, you know, actual nightlife. So we go back to Sopranos, and it's a piano bar. We get there, nothing's happening, but we start drinking some more and having a great old time. The guy shows up, and he starts playing the piano and singing songs and everything. There's Sopranos right there. Look, it's great. It's a cute little bar. It was open air. It was really nice at this point. It wasn't hot anymore, was it?
No.
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't remember or feel it because...
No, I think there was a nice little breeze going.
And then this was the actual bar. So I don't think he's playing at this point, is he? No, he's not playing. So there was the piano. We were right by the piano where we sat. And then, so we sat there and listened to him play. I mean, he played a ton, anything you wanted, just like a dueling piano, but it wasn't obviously because
it was a one-man show.
It was a one-man show. That's right. There was no other piano. There was no other piano to duel with. But yeah, so it was good. He was good. We had a good time. We stayed there for a while. Well, anyways, I get a phone call from my daughter, and I go outside to answer it, and I'm chatting with her. I'm trying to vocal coach her through something she had to do the next day, right? So I'm outside. But we had a plan that we said we were going to hard stop at 10 and make our way back to the ship at 10 o'clock, right? Well, I get this phone call at 10, and so I'm outside on the phone, blah, blah, blah. Well, these two come out, wandering out, and so I'm like, oh, Belzy, I got to go. But now it's like 10:15, 10:20-ish in that range. I'm like, Belzy, I got to go. We're trying to leave. You know, we're trying to get out. We got to get back to the ship. She's like, okay. Well, this one goes, well, this bar looks nice. What do you think about this one? I go, I wanted to have a drink here too. Let's go. So we stop, and Anthony goes like this. I think we said we had a hard, like, no. So that's all you need for Anthony. He was in, didn't matter, right? After I said that, after we both said that. So we get a round of drinks, and then I start to go like this. Oh, all right, 10:30, hard stop. And we're like, okay, but it's now 10:30. All right. So we're like shoveling in this drink, and I go, okay, it's 10:40. We should probably roll out. So we get cups to go, and we're like, okay, we need to find a taxi. We don't know what we're doing. We got to be back on the ship at 11:30. Okay. So we can't figure out where to get a taxi. We walk across the street to the Barcelo. We walk in there, and the guy immediately walks up to me. He's like, what do you need? I was like, we need a taxi now. Like, we need to go back to the hotel or the ship. And he goes, okay. Oh gosh. Oh wow. That's a mess right there. That's feeling no pain whatsoever. That's the bar.
That's the bar.
That's the bar that we were like, we're not leaving. And she's like, don't leave us. Yeah. I don't even know. That's better that we don't know what we're saying here. See, this is what's happening when we should be leaving to go back to the ship. All right. So we finally get in the taxi. We get in the taxi. We're headed back. It's now, I don't know, 11:15. I'm actually starting to panic at this point because I'm like, oh gosh. So we end up taking this picture out front of obviously the ship with Aruba, which we're very excited about this. And we're like, okay, we're giggling our way back onto the ship. Like, we're a disaster. So my husband hears us outside because we're so loud. And he comes out on the balcony. He's on deck 14 at this point. He's out on the balcony apparently filming us, which I wish I had.
Oh,
us like just laughing and giggling our way back on the ship and just giggling our way back up. Anyways, we get back on maybe at 11:20ish, 11:15. I'm not sure when. It was very scary. I actually had my phone ready to dial the people that I know that will save the ship for us. And we made it. Let's just say that. So I get upstairs to the room and my husband goes, where you been? And I was like, out partying where I said I was going to be. And he goes, yeah, well, security's called me several times looking for you. And I go, what do you mean security's called you looking for me? And he goes, they called and they said, Mr. David, do you know where Miss Samantha, Miss Kelly, and Mr. Anthony are? And he goes, yeah, out partying somewhere in Aruba. So they go, okay, well, I don't know what he said. I guess we'll wait for him to get back or whatever. This was at 10:45. They start calling him. 4 times later, they call looking for us, asking if he knows if we're back on the ship or where we're at. So when I get back on the ship, he's like, where were you? And I'm like, we were at Sopranos where everybody else was. And so I was like, what's the big deal? And he's literally like, security has called me 4 times looking for you. My mind was blown.
Yeah.
My mind was blown. We were not late. We did not have to run. We totally made it in time. But all I can think of was that we were literally the last people. Like, everyone else was on board. The only thing I could think of was we were the only 3 that were missing, and that they had to try and find us because if they wanted to roll out, that they could if we were on board. But because we were the last 3 on board, they thought they'd call Dave to see where the heck we were. Well, he doesn't have a clue where we are. He has no clue. He didn't even bother to tell me. Oh God, that's not true. That's gotta be
so. We weren't. Yes, it is. But we were not part of those 25 to 30 runners. But I did hear people watching them.
Really?
Oh yeah, people were saying that they were watching peer runners on St. Kitts Day.
Oh, I did hear that
because it was 4:30 and people probably didn't realize it was so early.
Yeah, because every other port was super late.
Yeah.
So that one was 4:30. I agree, but I could not believe security called the room 4 times looking for us and asking if we were on board.
If we can stay out till 11:30,
we're staying
in a beautiful island that we've never been on before. Don't tell us we have till 11:30 if you want us back by 10:45.
But literally, I did have my phone, I was literally like this, ready to go to call the people that I know to save the ship and not leave without us. Because I was like, oh God, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. And so I was literally ready to go. I was ready to text Matthew and be like, Matthew, go to the captain and tell him not to leave. But anyway, so it was very funny. We had a good laugh over that. But we did that so we could report to you that there is nightlife on Aruba and you enjoy it because it was super fun. We had the best time.
We did.
Find Sopranos, and every bar around Sopranos was super fun.
Yep.
So do that in Aruba.
Just be back by 10:45.
Yes. Or security's calling your room. looking for you, or the people that you're with. So so that's what we did there. Curacao, we went to Sandals and we visited Sandals. So we went to go visit Sandals and check it out, which was absolutely beautiful. I didn't post any pictures because this isn't a Sandals page, but if Sandals is your thing, Curacao is phenomenal. The only thing I didn't like about it was the beach.
Yeah, the beach was not really a beach.
No, it was not at all. So we'll leave that be because this isn't Sandals talk.
Yeah.
But what we did do was the Hato Caves.
And Mambo Beach.
And Mambo Beach. So the Hato Caves were amazing. It was very short. It was a short excursion. We started at 1. That was our time. We started at 1. They took us to the caves. We went in and did a whole walk. I will tell you that it's not like a normal caves that you go into here because our caves are down.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's cooler down there. These were raised caves and they were hot. Not super hot, but they were hot. And you do have to walk up 49 stairs, which scared a few people in our group.
Yeah.
I mean, lady like visibly went like this, 49 stairs. Like she was very much like blown away by it. But I mean, it didn't seem that bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
But you can see the stairs. And then we couldn't take pictures in the caves. So that's more of the stairs I wanted to show you. That was everyone walking up the stairs, our group. I was actually in the front of it. And then we could not take pictures in the cave for some reason. I don't know what the reason was, but so we took a little bit. That was the view from the cave from the top. Once you got up there, that's the airport right there in the back. And the caves are beautiful. And that was the rest of the group kind of just making their way up the rest of the stairs. It wasn't that long.
Mm-mm.
49 stairs, I guess, seems like a lot. But that's the entrance into the cave. You had a guide that brought you in there. Daisy was our guide. He was really cool. So you can kind of see inside there. I asked him if I could take a picture there, and he said yes. And then that was it. You can see there's a no photo sign actually right there. Once you get past that point, I guess. He told me I was allowed to take it right there. Yeah, there's a no photo sign. And then we took a group picture in one specific spot. And then that was really it. How far away is it from the pier? I would say 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right before we got in the cave. And then the group picture. Well, that we were allowed to take that. That was like, what do you call that?
Natural light?
I don't know. There was a name for it. I can't remember what it was. But what she said, it is natural light coming in. And then we got to take a picture. I think hopefully it's the next one. Nope, just kidding. You're allowed to do video here too. Just this one spot. I don't know why.
I don't either. But I thought
Oh, it's thinking.
in Tennessee,
Yeah.
we were not allowed to take pictures in there either because
Well, shoot, I did.
I thought we weren't.
Oh.
Only in certain
Oh,
spots.
you might be right. But I know I took pictures.
I don't know if it's to preserve the rock formation, or the stalagmites.
Yes,
and
stalagmite. Yeah.
stalactites.
Yeah. So yeah, look how pretty it was. Oh my gosh, so pretty. It was really pretty. They did a good job. And that's all of us in there. Hanging out in the caves. So it was very easy. This was an easy excursion. Nothing too strenuous except for the 49 stairs and it being a little bit hot. And afterwards, they took us to Mambo Beach where they had chaise lounges waiting for us. We could pick anywhere wherever they had the tags on them. And you could order drinks and food if you wanted. And that was the beach and the little, he'll show you probably the bar and stuff. But yeah, so should we take any foreign currency? No, don't take any. They took all cash, American dollars. So that was a little tag that was on the little chaise lounge. You could just grab one. But they take American dollar everywhere you go. And if they didn't, they took mine.
Yeah, they took everywhere we went.
They didn't care. I always wonder what they do with it though. So this is a little bar that we were at. We never even went there actually to the bar. We just hung out on our chaise lounge. And then we did order drinks and food and stuff. But it was pretty. It was a cute little bar. And that was part of the excursion. They took us there. I don't know what that guy was doing. But they took us there by bus. It was fun. We had a good time. relaxing. And it was a great excursion. It wasn't super long. So if you wanted to do your own thing in Curacao before and then do this in the afternoon, you could, or vice versa. I think there was a morning one of this one. You could do that and then something in the afternoon. So Kelly and I like to pick shorter excursions for that reason, so that you can do your own thing if you wanted to and figure out, what you want to do around it. And this was a Virgin Voyages excursion. I don't remember what we paid though. I want to say it was $75 per person.
Don't remember.
I think it was actually. So yeah, so that was the area. It was super fun. Someone said excursion booked through Virgin. Yeah. Yes. Yep. It was booked through Virgin. And it was called the Hato Caves and what?
Mambo Beach.
And Mambo Beach. Yeah, that was the name of it.
I didn't love the beach.
No, I didn't love it either. I don't know that it went in. We had a nice day though.
Yeah, it was very rocky.
That's true.
The sand was not the way it was in Aruba the day before. And it just, I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
it was fine to sit there. It was a nice day. So we had a little breeze. It was a little overcast.
Yes, that was the thing. It was overcast. It was nice. I think it was hot. We would have gotten in anyway.
Yeah.
But again, it was not Aruba. Let's just say that.
The water was clear here. I will say that.
Yeah, it was clear.
But it wasn't.
I agree. I agree with that. So that was Curacao. We ate on board somewhere. Not sure where.
I don't know.
But if you have questions about restaurants, just let us know. Because we've eaten at all of them, but I don't know where we ate. That was Ben and I in the sparkly hallway. That's probably us partying. Oh, this was a bridge tour that I did, that we both did at separate times, unfortunately. And that was a little bell that they had. So these are just pictures from the bridge tour during Sea Day, which was the next day that we did. And that's like given to them when they take over the boat, they have that. And then there's a picture of all the plaques, I think, is on here. Yes, those are all the plaques that they get when they go to each island. So, when that ship goes to each island for the first time, they'll earn this plaque and put it on the wall, which I thought was really, really cool. So some of the plaques were really, really neat and different from the different islands, and I shouldn't say islands, but different ports. So you can kind of see some of them. I don't know. We're probably not close enough to read them. I wanted to get all of them, but it was definitely interesting that I didn't know that was a thing and that they did that. And they showed us a lot of how the boat works and all that stuff. I call it a boat. I know it's a ship, but I call it a boat. But yeah, so that's the plaques that are given to them when they go to the port, a specific port, a new port, I should say. So we did the bridge tour on the Sea Day. What else did we do? No, it's terrible.
I know.
Nothing.
I know we did miss Richard's Rooftop, though. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, we totally forgot about that. So we did Richard's Rooftop. Was it the
first Sea Day? Was it
the first day? Yeah, first Sea Day. And that was super fun because it was brand new, and not brand new. The rooftop's not brand new. It was, yes, here it is. The sunset hour is brand new. So they changed to an actual happy hour. So it used to just be Moet that you would get, and now it's all
cocktails.
All cocktails, anything you want. I tried this. It wasn't good. I didn't like it at all. Did you?
No, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I had the Richard's ginger beer. That was really good.
What the heck is this? That's the lobster. No, that's the lobster from Pink Agave. Because that was the first time I had it. Well, I didn't eat it, but that's the first time we got it, was the lobster at Pink Agave. So that's a sunset hour. That's a new menu. Like we said, you can get whatever you want at Richard's Rooftop from 5 to 6. No more Moet. Well, I take it back. You can still get Moet, but yeah, that's treat yourself. I don't know who just said that, but Christian, treat yourself. And then the next day after Sea Day was Martinique, where we rented a private boat, a private catamaran. So it's always my goal to do a private excursion of some sort because I love it. And one of the things that I do love to do is also be on a boat by like out at sea again. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're already on a boat, but I love this sort of thing. So I arranged for us to do a private catamaran. It started out that was just going to be the five of us. And then I just kept inviting the rest of our crew. So we ended up at 18, which was super, super fun. And it was the best, wasn't it?
We had the best day.
So they had an excursion or a van that came and picked us up, and we all fit in there. And then this was a boat. It's a terrible picture of me, or not of me, but that I took. But this was a boat. It was huge.
It was big.
It fit 26 people. This was the front of it, so it had the net and everything. That's me hanging out in the net, getting ready to go. The day wasn't that great, at Susie and I, weather-wise, but it actually was okay. It wasn't super, super sunny, but we still got burnt.
Yes, we did.
And so then they took us to the sandbar where there's other boats hanging out, and everyone got off and swam. I did not, but here's Susie and Nicole in the back in their playpen and their swim pen. And then I'm going to show Kelly swimming in a minute here, I think. I don't know if it's a whole video. There she is, swimming away. So now she's actually going to the front of where that sandbar is. So everyone's over there. So Kelly's headed there. And they all hung out over there. But I stayed on the boat. I didn't ever get in because it was cold.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad.
No.
And there she is swimming away.
There I am.
This is okay. So if you ever watched Overboard, did you hear me yell that?
How fast am I going? Just kidding.
Did you ever hear me yell that?
No, I didn't hear you.
Okay, so Overboard's like one of my favorite movies. But see where she was swimming? So she was going from this spot to all the way over there, and I kept.
Oh, I did hear you.
And I'm yelling, wait! Oh yeah, I told her to say wait for me. And now they left for Kelly.
That's what happened to them.
And the current was so strong that it was really hard to swim towards there.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I'm not going anywhere. So then Susie goes, I'll come get you. And so she starts to come get her. Kelly's going this way. And I go, I thought this was like Overboard. Arturo or whatever the name was,
Yes,
right? When they're like, Arturo, swim to me. And that's what it seemed like, the two of them going like this. And Susie came and rescued her and pulled her in, which is so funny. So you guys hung out there forever.
We did.
Drinking and having a grand old time.
Yeah, the rum.
The rum. Oh my gosh. So we had a wonderful captain. He made us rum punch that was delicious. And it was so good. And then he had a bunch of other rum on. And then of course we did some we didn't do some diving. The boys did diving off the front of the ship. They did. And that was their synchronized swimming. So we were very excited about our show that we got. Synchronized swimming show. But yeah, it was a great. And that was another spot to lay in the sun and kind of hang up at the top. And you could barely see him, but the captain's in the corner. I'm pointing at it. No one can see it, but he's in the corner over there. There's a guy standing in the corner. That's the captain. That's where he drove the boat from, but you could lay here on that day bed up there. I never got up there though.
I did not either.
Other people did. So it was a nice spot to lay there. And then of course you can see all of us just chatting and hanging out on the nets right there. So it was such a good day. So we did that. It was supposed to be a 4-hour excursion, but because we had such a great guy, he kept us out for like, God, I don't know how long.
Yeah, I don't know. He took us to another spot where a couple of them went in. Well, that when Ben and
that was Ben. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, I do have the info for the boat. I do. He's phenomenal. I will tell you, how long do you think? It probably took us 20 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a little further than I thought. So know that you're going to be like driving for a little bit than you think, but it was fine once we got there. And it was on this just pier somewhere. It was like he just docked there to pick us up. It was so funny. It was not an actual marina, but he was phenomenal. Oh, somebody said, Christian said, I think we went over about 30 minutes. I thought maybe it was 20 to 30 minutes, but it was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. And the food, so he said, I'm going to get you snacks, Samantha. And I said, okay. He said, I'm going to bring you snacks and alcohol. Well, we were a little, we had too much rum. So we stopped at McDonald's on the way back because we were so hungry. And look at Susie, like shoveling in the burger. I'm shoveling in fries. All I wanted was fries. Because the snacks, I mean.
Yeah, they were different. They were,
They were Martinique snacks.
Right. Yes. They were what he's normally used to making, and we're not used to eating.
And he was so sweet to make it. Like, it was so great. But he started to serve us fish pate. And he turns to me and he goes, Sveta? He goes, do you want some of this? And I go, oh, what is it? And he goes, it's fish. And I go, yeah. I said, Eddie, I don't eat fish. And he goes, well, why didn't you tell me that before? And I thought that was so funny because I was like, well, I didn't know you were bringing fish on board. Like when you said snacks, I was thinking chips and dip or cheese and crackers or some pretzels is what I was thinking. I was thinking like a full fish menu. So then he brought these other things that were like stuffed sausages with,
It was like a pate inside. Yeah. You had to squeeze it out, and
yeah.
Christian squeezed out one for me.
He did, and I was not squeezing out anything. So I will tell you that Susie made us do this back to the boat, which I felt like the biggest dork on the planet, but at this point, I didn't care.
I have no words.
Look at her. This is us getting.
I know.
And they said we should have walked. Look at us. I'm like, what is wrong with us? But that was all Susie. She goes, I didn't want to walk. I'm taking this. I was like, okay. So I don't know what that's called. Rickshaw?
Maybe.
Kind of. So we did that back. Martinique. That's what we did in Martinique. And then what was the next day? St. Kitts. There she is. Oh, she's so pretty. St. Kitts, right?
St. Kitts.
What do we do?
We had a very bad taste in our mouth about St. Kitts.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We walked out there thinking, oh, this is going to be terrible because we didn't have a great experience.
Yeah, but look at that.
Yes.
Oy.
On a previous sailing on another cruise line. We were not happy.
We weren't excited about St. Kitts and all in any way, shape, or form until...
Well, this time we decided let's do an actual excursion because the last time we just walked around.
Yeah.
Didn't have a plan. But this time we actually did book an excursion through Virgin. It was solo ATVs. It was a great day.
It was a great day. So this is where the solo ATVs, what time did we go? 10. Yeah, we were 10 a.m. So they brought us to this old plantation house, and I took pictures of it because it was absolutely beautiful. And they kept it, they preserved it. It was absolutely gorgeous. I walked around the whole thing. So there's, those were the pictures of the house, the plantation house. And this was just like the backyard, and they had a bunch of farmland back there, which is really cool, with different fruit trees and whatnot. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous area that I didn't even expect when we...
No, I didn't either.
When we did the ATV, I had no idea we were going to be put here in this beautiful plantation house. And then this was another part of the plantation house, which I'm showing you because honestly, they had did you notice? Did you see it?
Yeah, I walked around.
They must have done like a cooking.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thing
there were
in
a
there,
bunch of people eating when I walked by.
I wonder if they were part of our...
I don't think so. They didn't have...
they didn't.
No.
You looked. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is just another... It was just really pretty. It was absolutely gorgeous. Quiet, serene, just beautiful. Except for the ATVs that were super loud when they showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? That's... That picture was the hotel. The Sheraton.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we did ATVs, and they called us down. They showed us how to use the ATVs, and then they said, pick an ATV, just get on one. And then the way that they did it, they said, okay, you got to go around the track. And there was a track. There was a circle, and that's us getting ready to go. And we had to go around there. And as soon as you were going around the track, they were like, all right, as long as everyone was good. I think we only went around twice. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay. So he picked up he picked the person to go in front, and the person that was the front spot, that's when we hit the top of it. That's when we got to the top of the spot. The person that was the front person was the one that went the slowest or had the most trouble. So what would happen was that person would slow down the rest of the convoy, and it was not easy. Because those things, it's hard to turn if you're not actually moving. So if you're going slow over something, you're kind of like, almost like not automatic, what is it called? Steering, automatic steering. Like it was super hard to turn if you weren't actually moving. So this girl would go so slow over everything. It would make my brain go insane.
It was pretty rough terrain. And you had to dodge the little divots. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Rain knocked out
I agree.
Water in there. And I mean, it was not easy to maneuver especially when you're going slow. I feel like if you're going faster.
It was much better.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, and she'd literally stop, come to a stop, and then go over these things. And I'd be like, lady, what are you doing? First of all, I'm almost jamming into this guy in front of me, because she would come to a dead stop and then try to go over him. And I'm like, I think it's just the stupidest thing to put the slowest person in the front. make her go in the back and have him hang on to the, watch her. But anyways, they brought us this gorgeous top, like it wasn't the top of the mountain, but it felt like top of the mountain. And we had this beautiful, absolutely beautiful view. So that's what you're seeing right now is this was halfway through. They gave us water up there. I had to put sunscreen on because it was burning at this point.
I know the top of my hands were burnt from holding on to the handles. And I was like, I don't think I've ever burnt the top of my hands before.
Yeah, because I was like burnt here, but it's better now, obviously. And so I put on more sunscreen because it was crazy up there, or the whole ride was crazy. But then that volcano in the background is called Nevis. And then this was just a little bit of what I got riding wise, because we weren't really supposed to be taking a video. This was not rough terrain. That's why I did it, because I didn't have to hold on so bad. It was like one of the spots that we could actually just video it. So we had a good time. Who asked for the lady for Didico? Was it Lynn? Lynn, make sure you tell him that you heard from me, because I don't know what if he'll give you a discount or anything. Him and I, we haven't talked about it yet, but he's the nicest guy, like so nice. So make sure that you tell him that you found the info from me, and maybe he'll give you a discount or help you out. It was not expensive in any way, shape, or form. For the 5 of us, he was going to charge us 500 euros. And then for 18 of us, it was 90 euros per person. So it was a good price for a private boat rental and all the food and alcohol. So, and transportation.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We had transport to and from, which was amazing. So anyways, that was our ATVs. We had the best time. Super fun. I'd totally do it again. Just hot.
Yeah. It rained a couple seconds, which kind of cooled things down for a minute.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so fun. We didn't get as muddy as I thought we would, like the DR.
I think if we would have went fast over those puddles, we would have got muddy. There were a couple of big, deep puddles that I was trying to like skirt on the outside.
I did the same thing too.
Because I was like, if I go faster that, I'm going to be.
Yeah. And not only that, but the guy in front of me comes to me afterwards. He goes, "Hey, did I get you when I went through the puddles?" I go, "No, you didn't get me." And he goes, "Oh, I was trying." I go, "Well, thanks."
He's a boy. Of course, he's trying to get you muddy.
I was like, "Thanks, man. Love you too." So anyways, so ATV was awesome. They gave us some weird something or other at the end, a snack and a drink at the end. The drink was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was like a fruit punch and a you said it looked like carrot cake. I tried it. It didn't taste like carrot cake. Oh, it didn't? No, but I think there were carrots in it.
Yeah, it had to have been. Right?
So it might have been their interpretation of a carrot cake.
Carrot bread.
Not what. Yeah, maybe it wasn't what I know as carrot.
Yeah. They gave us a snack and then they took us back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it.
Yep.
I don't think we did anything else.
Then we walked real fast through the port at St. Kitts. Because we don't want to be harassed
by a monkey.
We don't have monkeys.
Although this guy came up to Kelly when she came out and goes, "Do you want to pet my monkey?"
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And what about Mr. What's his name in Friends? When he has, oh no, he doesn't have a monkey. What is he? Oh God, leave it alone. But anyway, so yeah, we had a good time. And we were very happy that we now have a better love for St. Kitts. Honestly, if I go back to St. Kitts, if we ever go back, Nevis, 100% going over to Nevis, or I'm renting a boat. We had originally said that we were going to rent a private boat on St. Kitts, but because we couldn't ATV in Aruba, we ended up ATVing in St. Kitts.
Mm-hmm.
So I would change that now, and I would rent a private boat and go over to Nevis, 100%.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. So I think that would have been, and that is a good alternative, by the way, if you don't want to ATV, to rent a private boat. I don't have any suggestions for you on that one because we haven't done it yet. But that was really it. I'm trying to think what else we're missing. What could we possibly say that we're missing? Does anyone have questions? Let us know. It's been an hour and a half. I feel bad. It's like the longest recap ever.
We were busy.
We were
7
busy.
nights.
We had so much fun. Every day I'd wake up and I go, I'm not going to drink again. I'm going to take today off.
I never said that.
It lasted all of, I don't know, an hour after I said, I'm not going to drink it. I actually said I was going to drink in Martinique on the boat. I was like, I don't need to drink. It's going to be fine. And then he's like, try this rum punch I made. And I was like, okay. And that was it. And then he had us try that rum that was like 150 proof. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I think it was with the sugar and the lime in it. It was like a shot. Oh, Maron. It was so good though. Did you end up trying
that? No.
Was
I
good?
Was I out on the water? I don't
No.
remember that.
He might have.
I don't remember that coming around.
But no, he did. Well, maybe you were. I can't remember. He did. He gave it to us though. Christian wants to know who won the husband dance battle.
I told you that wasn't happening, and it still didn't happen.
It still didn't happen. I don't know if I got a good picture of Anthony dancing with his tink, 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 tink. I actually have another good video you probably haven't seen. Somebody said it's 100. Oh, Christian said it doesn't say. That's why.
I know.
It was 100 proof rum. It wasn't great. You thought it wasn't great? I thought it was good. Like I let it sit so the sugar soaked in, and so did that lime. It was good. Someone said Off-Road Evolution Aruba is great ATV experience I did last year. Daytime shopping in Aruba is right near the port nightlife. Oh, okay. Yeah. We didn't do any shopping.
No.
I would have liked to have shopped. What do you ladies do to recuperate from day and night drinking? Oh.
Well, we sleep when we get home.
Yeah, we sleep when we get home. That's really it. Actually, usually we get what's it called? An IV when we get home. That's terrible. When I really think of what I'm saying right now, like that's terrible. But we do sometimes get an IV for rehydration. But honestly, we probably need it. We should get it tomorrow. I should have her come over tomorrow. I should text her.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be here. Because we need it.
Yes.
From the sun, alcohol. We need our rehydration. But we usually do that. But honestly, I do try to not drink sometimes, but that did not happen. It was bad.
We had such a good time. We had just
yes, so much
alcohol
fun
was flowing every day. So
it was a
hard.
great 100% great cruise. A banana bag? What, Christian, what? What joke is that? I don't know. Do we have a banana bag?
I guess that's an IV.
Oh, is that a banana bag, the IV? Okay, so Lisa said I saw a video of someone actually doing that on the ship. Yes, they do have the IV on the ship. You totally can if you want to. It's just outrageously expensive, I think.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
So I do it when we get home. And I got a girl that comes to the house. So that's really bougie of me. Some days. I swear. Yes. That's the IV. Oh, Christian says, yes, that's an IV bag specifically for hangovers and dehydration.
Oh, we don't really only do it for hangovers.
Yeah.
We like to get the vitamins and.
Yeah. And honestly, from being around so many people, you guys, I like to get the cocktail that's like very good for your immune because we're around so many people. And it's the amount of traveling that I do is so constant that I want to try and not get sick, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to like take all the vitamins and stuff when I get back, as well as emergency while I'm traveling because we're around so many people. Anything else? Any other questions? Trying to think, what else did we miss? We flew home JetBlue. Disembarking was easy, super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy, actually. Just like home. It was
You do
just
have to show your passports, though. They don't have the thing that you walk up to like they do in Miami.
Oh, I did show my passport. It was very quick. Do you want to know
It
what he
was
said?
quick.
Did you bring any fruits or vegetables? No.
The guy didn't ask me anything.
He didn't ask you anything? And then I went like this. I was like, he hands me my passport. I go, are you done? He goes, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, they asked me nothing.
I was like, okay, sorry, see ya. Don't call me back. He goes, did you bring any fruits or vegetables? No. So yeah, I actually walked every day. I walked the trek every morning. That helped a lot, I think, too. And by the way, for like, sweating out the alcohol. But I didn't replenish any of that with water. I should have. Oh, God. But I did walk every morning. I actually walked. I worked out. Anything else? So if you're wondering about deals, if you haven't booked this cruise, I know we're really towards the end, you probably didn't make it, but if you haven't booked this cruise yet, right now they're doing 65% off and $250 bar tab. Am I doing that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then we have the onboard booking offer, which gives you $300 off and $600 in Sailor Loot that you can book with that. Did Christian say that?
Yes.
We should do a cruise where we can see who can stay the most hydrated. How are we going to find out? By the color of our urine? Is that how we're figuring that out? Or we're just going to tell each other how much water we drank. What are we doing? What color is your urine?
Oh my gosh.
Is it clear? You're good. You're winning today. You're the winner of the hydration contest. Oh my gosh. Count the ounces. You weren't going for the color? That wasn't what you were going for. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. We certainly enjoyed the cruise. It was super, super fun. And I highly suggest sunsets in the Lesser Antilles. There is a second itinerary that's called the Southern Caribbean Isles, but the season was very short this year, so you've probably missed it at this point. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes back next year or some of the other coming up years, following years. So I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Facebook at Samantha-Fabulous Adventures Travel or Instagram at Samantha's Travels. And thanks again for joining. And we'll leave you with You Float Our Boat. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.